Well, my wife's name was Kimberly, and at the time she's a stay-home mom. Apparently, it was an aneurysm, from what I understand, and so needless to say, devastating news for me and the children. As the day progressed, it felt sort of surreal. It was a tough time getting sleep that night, and I can say finally after I get them settled down, and this is roughly close to midnight now, the phone rings. And so I'm just starting to settle down and breathe a little bit and still trying to process what is just the magnitude of what's just happening in our lives. And it's the Indiana Donor Network. Well, at this particular juncture, I did not want to deal with organ donation. So she reassured me, helped me to settle down a little bit because at that time I just felt like the last thing I want anybody to do is to touch my wife anymore. She's gone and I just don't want anything else to happen to her, even though we both agreed some years ago to be organ donors. And hopefully, as you know how this process works, you hope this day never comes. But of course, it did come. And one young man, a 13-year-old, was received a heart valve from her, and so that is just phenomenal for me and my children to know that though she's not with us anymore physically at home, that we know that she continues to go on and to benefit and help others, and which is the kind of person that she was, a woman of service, a woman of kindness. And so the children and I, that's been an uplift and an encouragement to us to know that this is working the way it's supposed to work, and people are benefiting, sadly from loss, but nevertheless, people are benefiting from it, and we're so grateful for that. But on a larger scale, with the African American community, of course, historically speaking, we've been very reluctant to do these kind of things. Where the medical and healthcare industry has been concerned for obvious reasons and some things that transpired in the past. But I think it's important for us to realize that we benefit from this, and African Americans are on waiting lists and hoping that they can receive organs. And so we have to step up to make sure that we do our part. So I would encourage anyone, particularly African Americans, to give it a long look, and realize that this is very, very beneficial, and it'll be a blessing to many other people. It is difficult for any of us to lose a loved one. It is so difficult. No, that pain is I don't think there's anything to compare to losing a loved one. But however, when you consider that you have the opportunity to help others, you have the opportunity to bless someone else's life, to help someone move forward in their life. I think as human beings, we need more of that kind of compassion for one another. So I would encourage anyone who is even considering doing this, give it a long thought. It is an awesome thing to do. It is definitely needed, and it can end a lot of suffering. Unfortunately, a lot of other lives will be cut short, or the quality of their lives impacted greatly if we don't do these kind of things for one another. And I think it's just an extension of being a good neighbor, from being kind to one another and sharing love and compassion for one another. So I would encourage anyone to sign the card.